afternoon. So I'm going to try to keep it together. We all gathered here today to celebrate a great man, a true legend. He did so many things in both his Coast Guard career and his legal career. And we've sat here today and we've heard those accolades. As his daughter, I just wanted to come up here and share some pieces of my father that may not be as well known. Closing out, he had a sense of humor like no other. Not blatant in your face slapstick humor, but his one-liners would have you on the floor dying. He was a good person with a very strong sense of right and wrong. I'm pretty sure neither of my parents were really crazy or wild in their youth. But if you ever rode down I-95 with my father, he would proudly tell you of his one major indiscretion. Him and some of his classmates decided to steal the Exit 66 sign to honor their graduation. And every time we would drive by, he would be reminded of their rebellion and laugh. He was never very good in the kitchen, but he made one thing, and he made one thing very well: stir fry. He couldn't really cook, but he was an excellent bartender. And he would take up his post and chat and laugh and make drinks for everybody all night. Even though he wasn't much of a cook, he loved food and he loved eating. And there was nobody who would show more appreciation when you cooked for him. And moving back here 5 years ago to help take care of my father, I would cook for him a lot. And from the minute the food came in front of him till the minute he was done, there was nothing but, this is delicious. And then he would focus. There was never any talking there was focus. All these little pieces of my father swirl through my head. He was a legend, but he was also a man. He loved pistachio ice cream and the movie Blazing Saddles and music. He loved music. And as a millennial, when downloading music and LimeWire and MP3 players, you would think that I was learning that, me or my brother, but it was my father who sat us down and showed us how to download music. There was always music in our house. The Temptations, Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston, and Gladys Knight. And we could never forget the Pips, because Daddy was probably the #1 Pips fans. Forget Gladys Knight. Did you see the clean moves of the Pips? Anybody that knows my father knows that he loved football. And everyone thinks of the relationship between my brother and my father in football. But anyone who spends a Sunday with me knows that I am the football fanatic. So over the past 5 years, we had our football Sundays, and I thought it was going to be a fight transitioning from Patriots games, because that was my father's team, to Cleveland Brown games, because that's my team. And it wasn't. He was just happy to watch the game with me, even if it wasn't his team. And he gave me something that I will always cherish. He taught me about the game. He taught me how to play the game, how to appreciate it. And he gave me stories of Otto Graham. And as a Cleveland Browns fan, that is just a whole other level. If there's one other thing I think of when it comes to my father, it is his unending, undying, unwavering love for my mother. In his last days on this earth,